Happy day, students. I welcome you all for today's English session. Hope all of you are safe at your homes. Children, today I'm going to ask you questions. How would you feel if you were to be called by a new name henceforth by others? Would it be right for anyone to impose a new identity on you? Of course not. Am I correct, children? Yes. Today we are going to see an interesting lesson. The name of the lesson is A New Name. Do you want to know who is the author of this lesson? Yes. The author of this lesson is Linda Sue Park. She born on March 25, 1960. She is a Korean American author who published her first novel, which is called A Seesaw Girl, in 1999. She has written 6 children's novels and 5 picture books. Park's work achieved prominence when she received the prestigious 2002 Newbery Medal for her novel, which is called as A Single Shot. She has written the 9th book in The 39 Clues, Storm Warning, which was published on May 25th of 2010. Most of her work is based upon Korean history and culture. Now, we are going to the introduction part of this lesson, children. This is an excerpt from a story with a historical background, and it has elements of historic fiction. It brings the past to life with a plot based on the Japanese trying to destroy Korean culture during their occupation of Korea during the Second World War. The setting is a Korean and a Japanese children, where Korean children are given Japanese names to give them a Japanese identity. The conflict is between a Japanese officer supervising the imposition and the silent protest of a Korean girl. Her resentment with the imposition brings out her sense of identity with her culture and her confusion at being given a new identity. Let us move on with the summary of this lesson, children. This is a story of a 10-year-old Korean girl whose name is Kim Sun-hee and her brother Kim Tae-yul. In the year of 1940, Japanese had taken over Korea. The Korean people are very unhappy. They do not have the freedom to learn their history, follow their culture, or speak their language. Suddenly, Japanese had created a new law. All Koreans are to take Japanese names. Father knows that the law must be obeyed or else his family could face strict punishment. So he helped them to choose Japanese names that reflect their Korean roots. Her Korean name Sun-hee and her Japanese name Kyako both mean the same, which means rays of brightness. She found it strange to be called by a different name, as if she was given a new identity as a person. The teacher in her school was gentle with them initially because she could understand the difficulty and sympathized with them. Onishi-san was a Japanese army officer inspecting schools to see that children were being trained to be good citizens of the Japanese Empire. He would stand at the back of the room watching the whole class. Sun-hee called her classmate by mistakenly Myongin instead of Japanese name Megumi. For that, Onishi-san ordered the teacher to beat her with a stick. The teacher looked wretched, as if she did not want to punish her but was forced to do so. Sun-hee was angry because she felt it was unfair that the names of the Korean people were taken away and they weren't given any time to learn their names. Omoni, the mother of Sun-hee, was a strong woman who did not show her sorrow openly because she did not want to be seen weak. Later, after a few days, she met with her classmate whose name was Tomo. He was also a Japanese and he has become a best friend of Sun-hee. Sunhee was very angry for losing her name and also getting punished for calling someone by their original name. He supported her thoroughly. He did not want to call her by her Japanese name as he felt it was more of a tongue twister and found it very funny. The writer wants us to understand the silliness of forcing people to change their names. This makes us to understand how the name change affects the way Sunhee feels about herself and her life. From this lesson, the learning outcomes are: note the context for a change of names, explain the impact the change had on school children, infer the adjustments the children made, the punishment they endured, relate to the friendship between children belonging to the ruler and the ruled classes, note the sense of justice and the sense of responsibility in the children. Children, a person's name more often than not reflects their background, their culture, the history of the community, place, and language. Am I correct? Thus, a name can help a person from a connection to these things and thus give them a feeling of being part of a whole. A person's name becomes their identity. It is how people will come to identity and know them. A name helps us differentiate between one person to the other, and thus we relate a certain name to a certain person. A name forms an important part of interactions and relationships that we form with each other. I hope all of you have thoroughly enjoyed the story. Let us meet in another session. Thank you, children.